What's going on, guys? This is Miasin and welcome to my pure SPRIGHT deck profile post ban list. So this deck is actually really good. Definitely got a little bit of a nerf from the ban list, but it's all good in the hood because it still has so many options. It's still a really terrifying deck. And of course, I will be showing you guys what I want to see, probably the most optimized version of playing at least the pure build. I will try to show you guys a runic version of this deck very soon. Of course, you have to smash the like button though. If you can get to 1,000 likes, I will be making a live stream on this deck as well. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, all the beautiful package. And now let's get right into it. So of course, I'm playing triple copies of Xatrila Fenrir. I could also main deck the Bisted monsters. However, it's kind of overkill to have the Bisted and the Xatrila because they conflict with each other. Since you summon them on turn 0, so like on your opponent's turn, and then by the time you start your own turn, you already have a monster on the field, so that you can't even summon the Xatrila Fenrir. So because of the conflicting, I wasn't a really big fan of both, and therefore I'm main decking the more generic one, which is Fenrir. It can literally achieve something big against every single deck, whereas Bisted is only good against light and dark heavy decks, and Super Poly already takes care of those decks the majority of the time. So Super Poly is not really good against back row decks, but Fenrir is still relatively good against back row decks, and that's the reason why I want to say this combination, the main deck, is probably better than a combination of like Bisted and Super Poly, which would be overkill against Danger Tier Elements, and at the same time very bad against the other decks that don't really lose to any of those. Anyways, that's it for these ratios. And then for the SPRIGHT ratios, I don't think anything has to really be explained. All these, monsters have always been played at, like, these amounts in the pure deck. So, triple jet, triple blue, 1 carrot, double red. Pixies is the only one that people are kind of iffy on, but I want to say it's kind of like a necessity because you don't really have... It's not that things have changed drastically since the ban list, but you really want to have, like, a easy access to, like, jumping over monsters that have high attack. So like the Arrival Cerberus, instead of like going on like Cat Shark and stuff like that, you just go Pixies, boost, and then boom, you're dead. So yeah, this card is always good. It literally never sucked for me. And then double Swap Frog, no Ronin Totem, no Do Frog. I think this is like all you really need. Double Angler with triple Beaver. You need the second one because you have to summon the first one with the effect of Beaver, and then use the effect of SPRIGHT Sprint to send the second one to summon your 2 other Beavers. So one single Beaver gets rid of 5 nimble monsters, well, the 4 other nimble monsters in your deck, so you're gonna run out of cards very quickly. And another thing is that when the Toad uses its negate, you're gonna recycle back the Beaver, and Beaver can summon back from the grave. So that's actually way better than Deep Sea Diva, and one of the reasons why people were playing Nimble Beaver, even before the ban list, and even before Darkwing Blast. And for the spells, I'm on 3 copies of Triple Tactic Talents, Triple Pot of Prosperity, Triple Starter, 1 Call by the Grave, 3 Super Poly, double Smashers, double Econ. So I want to play 2 Smashers to just have more answers to Mystic Mine. That card's really frustrating. And then double Enemy Controller so I can break boards going second. It's also really good with Xatrila Fenrir. You can bait a lot of interruptions with that. So you go Special Summon, use the effect, let's just say you get negated. You can chain the Enemy Controller to like, whatever, try to steal another monster. If the interruption that hit the Fenrir was like Veil or Imperm, you still search, and if you can get rid of the monster, then you can summon the other Fenrir. So that's actually really cool. And you can also dodge like Dragos Tapeli and stuff like that with Enemy Controller and your SPRIGHT monsters. And finally, triple Imperm because I just didn't really want to lose to like Call by the Grave on my opponent's turn or like triple Tactic Talents. And you can draw the Imperm for turn, and it still achieves a lot. And for the extra deck, I think the majority of this is very self-explanatory. Didn't really change much since my last deck profile. So Dragos Tapelia, Garura, and Mud Dragon, these are the 3 Super Poly targets. Zeus, Toad, Double Gigantic. And then for the Link monsters, Mechanite, Crusadia, Avermax, and Unicorn. So you summon them with the IP Masquerena. And then finally, the Dark, Triple Elf, and 1 Sprint. So yeah, 15 cards. And for the idea section, not really a side deck, but Nibiru is actually really good in the mirror match now. So against SPRIGHT, because they have to go into Sprint if they want to go into Toad the majority of the time. Otherwise, they just need like a bunch of extenders on the field, and it's kind of like unreliable. So yeah, Nibiru can actually do a lot. And then the Bisted monsters against like Tier Elements. Soul Scissors, but it's kind of a brick the majority of the time if you draw it, so I'm not a really big fan. Downward Magician if you have the extra deck space for like Sky Cavalry, Mankin Cat, Sky Cavalry, Ninja Shadow Mosquito when we're gonna get it, Appaloosa, and Foolish Burial so that you can send Angler and summon Double Beaver if you want to, but it does conflict with the SPRIGHT Sprint. It's a little redundant. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck profile. Let me know your thoughts about this deck in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.